I heard YouTube is changing their requirements to monetization. And y'all, I need to get it together. Okay, so we're starting our 100-day challenge. I'm not playing this time for the millionth time. Ugh. No, seriously. I really need to get my ish together, because this was one of the things that I decided I was going to monetize back when I first lost my shop back in 2022. Why have I not monetized yet? Merlene, what's wrong with you? It's okay though. We're going to get back to the basics, right? We're going to take all those old videos, all of that old content, all of those old thought processes and the things that I was creating before back in 2023. And we're going to bring them to the forefront now, right? So we're going to run the playback. 30 minutes every day. That's the goal. And I'm going to try to do lives as well, but it's not going, I don't have time to edit. I'm not going to lie to y'all. There's not going to be any fancy edits. I'm not cutting nothing out, right? I'm not doing it because I don't have the capacity. What I do have the capacity for is to record a video for 30 minutes every day. I think I need to change this mic, right? So I think there's a feedback on this mic when it's connected to the camera. It's not like that on my phone, but it is like this on the camera. So if you hear the feedback, if this video has feedback, I'm probably gonna have to, I don't want to have to order another. Let me do some research on that, because I'm like, I have one that worked. It's fine. Like, do I really need to update? Like, do I really need to get another mic? I don't want to do that. All right. Today's agenda. I had a client call this morning. Lovely internet. Our Spectrum internet's out. So as soon as I get home, I had to do drop off, go to the gas station, get gas. And I come home. There's no flipping internet. So I'm trying to do this call from my phone. And she's like, girl, let's just reschedule. And I was like, okay. I feel terrible because I don't like rescheduling my client calls, especially because there's stuff we got to talk about. There's stuff we got to do. It's every week for a reason, right? So we reschedule for tomorrow, though. It's okay. I'm praying that the internet comes back by then, because it's still down. They're sending texts. They talking about they trying to update our high-speed internet, update the internet. But we're not. We haven't. It's if anything, it's complete opposite because it's down. So with that being said, let's talk about our wins. Now, I want to do daily wins. My win for yesterday, not today, it wasn't really a win. I feel conflicted about this because it wasn't really a win per se. It was a shift that needed to happen. It really was. It's a win in the long run. Right now, I don't feel the best about it, but I know in the long run, I'm going to feel like this was a win, because I had to offload a client. Well, not offload a client, but let's backtrack. Let's rewind. I signed on a client in the beginning when I was first when I was building out Clear Elevation Operations. This happened really fast, guys. Clear Elevation Operations was really created from an idea that I knew people kept asking for and had a need for. And I created the CEO System Suite, which is where I pretty much help me and my team help women in business build out their full back-ended processes and procedures and systems that include SOPs, CRMs, your literally client journey, like what that looks like for your clients to go through your processes, funnels, automations, pretty much your offer, if you will. And yeah, that's something that I created, and then came Clear Elevation Operations. So I want to say rebranded. Yes, I rebranded. I created a new business entity, rebranded, and that's where we are at now. So this client came to me super early on in the process, and I'm not going to lie, she wasn't qualified, right? You have to have certain qualifiers when it comes to taking on clients. You can't just take anybody, and that's where alignment comes in. So I acknowledged back at the time that she did not qualify, and to drink my water. I was still like, let's just do it, because I really want to get her results, and I really want to help her, and I really want to The exact reasons why I knew she wasn't qualified, the exact reasons why I was like, we need to end the contract, right? And this is a monthly retainer, right? This is somebody that is paying month to month, but also when they signed on, their project it ended up being way bigger than what we initially discussed. And once again, that was on me. I learned the art of asking more questions, asking more or deeper questions to get a feel of what exactly they need help with, like getting clarity on the exact project. Like, what does that look like? And what results are you looking for? That was on me. I learned a lot with this client. So, you also have to have qualifying. You have to have a qualifier, right? You have to take them through a process, whether it's like 1-2 questions or like 5 to 10 questions, right? But you have to have a qualifying process for your clients, or else you're going to end up losing money in the long run, which is what ended up happening with this client. We started the project and we needed more time that, I thought it was going to take X amount of time and it needed more time. So we needed more tools, resources. It was way bigger. It ended up being a web development project. That was also another thing that was outside of our scope. So what should have happened was I should have terminated it earlier. There was a lot of lessons in this and I didn't, right? So I learned a lot in that process, learning how to qualify somebody, learning to ask more questions about the deliverables and what their expectations are, what they're looking for, learning when to end a contract early, even though, yes, it's money, but it's outside of the scope. So you either reevaluate the contract, right? You go back and say, all right, you need this. This is what we signed on for. This is how much more it's going to be. And then let them agree or not. And if they disagree, cancel the contract, right? It just is what it is. I was trying to hold on longer, ended up doing more work, less money, costing way more in overhead expenses because I had subcontractors that were helping me as well execute the project. So it got to a point. And then I also realized in my offer and what I started offering in the beginning, it didn't serve me, right? It didn't, like what I had going on back in February does not serve the business in August, which I find it interesting because I was like, that's growth, right? That's growth. I'm able to look back and acknowledge, okay, this is where we were. This is why we created what we created, but we're not on that path anymore. We're on a more accelerated path, which I thought would be another year, but it's clearly February, March, April, May, June, July, August, 6 months. 6 months after starting, it's accelerated. So I also want you guys to acknowledge and realize and know when it comes to business, it's okay to pivot. Well, hell, you got to pivot as an entrepreneur. You got to learn to pivot. But when I say pivot, I mean in your offer, right? It's okay to restructure what you offer, how you offer it, and for how much you offer it. Okay, so that's something I had to eat because I had to be like, all right, this offer that she's on it was pointless. It wasn't even for her, number one. And number two, it served its purpose. It did what it needed to do. So, yeah, I had to pretty much get rid of the offer that she was on because I was like, not only that, she's the only one on it. Everybody else is like excelled, right? And we're doing like bigger, like four ticket offers, and she's still on this, a few $100s a month offer that it doesn't really serve her or us because she needs more time. We need more time, but she doesn't want to pay more. That's another thing. Somebody doesn't want to pay more. There's only so much you could do. And it's funny because I had to have a call with her and I was getting anxious. I was getting a little bit of anxiety and I was just like, I don't want to do this. But I learned the power of the pause, and something that I learned during the 10X conference that I totally forgot about. Shout out to Gray for reminding me about this. The art of, I agree. You're right. I agree. We had this exercise that they called him Brother Dave. Brother Dave had us doing at the 10X conference. And he was like, we had to look to our partner, pick somebody in the room, look to our partner. And for like a whole minute, we had to just say, I agree, or you're right. Like a variation of those two things. And y'all, I ain't gonna lie, that was like the longest minute. You have to look at somebody and say, you're right, I agree. Because some people have a hard time, like when you're going back and forth with clients that like think they know better, think they know more than what you do, even though you're the expert in that field. You just have to, ain't no going back and forth. I agree, you're right. I agree, you're right. Because at the end of the day, like when people say the customer is always right, even though they're wrong, they're right. And you gotta let, it's like the sales psychology of it all. You have to let them be right, because one thing I refuse to do anymore is go back and forth and argue. Yes, I am combative, but I ain't gonna do all that. Okay. I'm not at that. I'm just not at that point in my life anymore. I'm very combative when it comes about my kids and my man. So those are the two things that I don't play about. So where was I going with this? Anyway, got on that call and I just had to hit that. I had to drop that. I agree. You're right. Like, you are right. And it was empowering for me, at least, because I was like, this isn't so bad. These uncomfortable conversations aren't so hard. Like, I can do hard things. I can do the things. And I feel like I know that, but once you actually do it and you put it into practice, it's like, okay, now I've done it and I have confidence in it. And then you just keep doing it, run the play, like get the reps in, you know? So, I'm glad we had that conversation. I'm glad that it's coming to a close. I always wish all my clients the best in their endeavors. It's just that we weren't in alignment. It was just an alignment issue. And it was a lesson learned that I had to catch a lot of things, right? I had to go through this. I had to, in order to learn and be prepared for the next client. So I'm excited to see what comes next of this. Oh my gosh, I can't believe the internet is still out. I'm excited to not restructure, but kind of like go back and reevaluate where I'm at currently in business and my goals and where I'm trying to be, right? And there are some things that do need to get fixed or edited or whatever. One thing is my clear audit. I want to go through that and scale it down. It's a lot of questions right now. I want to make it like no more than 5 to 6 questions. And then I want to push that through webinars, through, my it'll be like my freebie, if you will, my lead magnet, and just get people in for the CEO lounge. Why do I keep hitting my elbow? Lord. So the push now is to really get people in for the CEO lounge. And this is for women entrepreneurs, beauty professionals, service providers. That is my target audience. And I really there is so much resources in there that I don't speak enough to. So that's another reason why I'm doing this 100-day YouTube challenge. I need to get better at articulation and communication, right? That is one skill that if you increase or get better at significantly, in the next 2 months, I want to be a clear, articulate speaker. I feel like I'm pretty good, but I want to be able to get my message across in at least words as possible. But in order to do that, I have to get my reps in, right? And I have to show up, and I have to do this. I have to do this. So I'm excited to see what the next part of this quarter, Q3, looks like, and Q4. I'm finishing up strong. I'm not playing this year, right? I came in hot. I done broke my jaw. The doctor said, "Oh, I don't know how you're speaking right now," and that did something in me. It clicked. I was like, Marlene, you need to talk more. You need to talk more to your people. You need to talk more. You need to show up more online in front of your audience. Like, stop being scary. Stop holding back and being like, but what if it all works out? Oh my gosh, I forgot I had my pimple patch on. Y'all didn't tell me I still have my pimple patch on. Hello. So yeah, I'm excited for what's to come. I'm excited to lock in. I have 2 clients that I'm currently working with, and I'm so happy with that. I'm so excited for that because I'm excited to get them results as well. I'm excited to lean more into my coaching, if you will. And I'm not going to say coaching. It's not coaching. It's consulting, right? I am a consultant. I'm owning that. I'm embracing that. And I need to move as such. I need to embrace that because it's something about embodying that person, right? I know what I know, and I know that people need that, right? And it might shift something. It might change something in the way they show up, in the way they do things. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing this 100-day YouTube challenge as well. Because baby, there's always a lot to talk about. And then I got to talk to you about the event. I don't even know okay. I got like 5 more minutes. So let's talk event real quick, y'all. This event is not taking me out anymore. Okay, it's not about to take me out because I refuse. I rebuke that in Jesus' name. Hello, hallelujah. I am at the point now where I've secured, obviously, the venue. I've secured speakers. I've secured photography, chair massage, the stage drop decoration. I got the last two things. We got the food. I believe the food. Oh, I'm actually having a call with the event coordinator today at 1:00. So we have to confirm the food and confirm AV. Yeah, my husband's company is doing the AV. And I was like, you better show up and it better be right and it better be on point because you're not going to embarrass me. It's so interesting working with my husband. And it's funny because I had, you know what? Oh, I forgot about this. I had a dream. I literally, like Martin Luther King. I had a dream about this. I had a dream that it was an event that I was hosting. It was a conference. That word conference is very specific. And my husband's team, or my husband was there doing AV, and it was his team. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot I had that dream. I can't remember what year. I don't know if it was 22 or no. It was 23 for sure, 24. Oh, it was after election. It was 24 after elections, because that's where this whole thing came from of doing the conference. I had a dream. It was so vivid. I felt it like it was real. And yo, it's real. It's happening. It wasn't. I don't even think that was a dream. I think that was more of like a vision. Now that I think about it, because it wasn't like any other dream where it was like weird and like you don't remember people's faces. Like it was clear. It was clear as day. And oh my gosh, that's crazy. I can talk to like this type of stuff all day. So anyway, that's happening. It's happening. We moving forward. Because at first I was trying to get a quote from other companies because his quote was mad. I was like, are you crazy? This is too high. Absolutely not. And that's with the wife discount. Stop playing with me. So we got the quote down to where I'm liking it. And he's doing the chair massage people. He's adding that on his quote, the chair massage people and the decoration. So there's that. So yeah, the conference is coming along. I'm getting excited because now we're doing personal invitations this week. I actually I went into my CRM and I automated the personal invites for each attendee that was actually at the Mompreneur. Bro, our internet is still down. I'm about to go somewhere. I need to go work somewhere. I'm going to leave the house. I sent personal invitations out to all of the attendees of the Mompreneur Reset, which happened back in May. That was like the pre-Mom Mother's Day brunch, right? Which I want to do. I think I'm going to have 2 inaugural events every year. The Mompreneur Reset, straight from mommies in business. I love it. I loved it. I loved the idea of it. I loved the room. It was like chef's kiss. It was exactly what I wanted it to be, right? I do want to do that again. And let's see how this conference goes. Because, y'all, I mean, I'm learning a lot, right? I'm learning a lot. I definitely would not do it the same way I'm doing it now. Like, let's talk about a few things that I'm learning. I'm going to secure sponsors a year in advance. Okay? I need a check. I need a check cut. I need that in a separate event account so that when the time comes to start paying these things, it is effortless. Okay, secure deposit paid. I'm stressed right now with these deposits, but it's okay. And then I'm paying my team. So it's like every time I get money come in, it goes out. Come in, go out. I'm making more money, but I'm spending more money, right? That's another thing people don't tell you about when you start making more money. Baby, them expenses gonna expense. You gonna make more, but you gonna spend a lot more. So keep that in mind. Where was I at? Wow, I'm all over the place. So yeah. Dang, y'all. I was going on a tangent. Okay. Anyway, the event. Oh, lessons that I'm learning from planning this event. Secure sponsors a year in advance. Secure partnerships, and not just sponsors, like partnership people that you want to vend. If you're going to have vending, I want vendors there because I feel like that the vendors that I want them to be able to help the women in the room as well. I don't want it to just be like random vendors, which I'm not mad at, like apparels. I want it to be like, okay, if you do apparels, do you do embroidery, right? Embroidery solutions and stuff like that. Those businesses that help entrepreneurs or help business owners that, they can help with services and whatnot. And then the speakers I feel like was the easiest part because that's the only thing I really had. I was like, I got my speakers. I know the kind of room I want it to look like, and the room is definitely giving the vibes I want. I'm excited. I'm super excited. Now I'm getting excited. Before I was petrified. I was scared. I was like, I don't know how this is going to work. I don't see it. Now I'm starting to see a little bit more. God, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. And I think that's the faith part of it, honestly, because I had to let go of a lot of things too. I was like, I was stressed. I was always stressing myself a lot. I still need sponsors, but I was stressed a lot. And now I think about it, I'm starting to get that feeling again, but I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna just talk to people, connect with people, ask more people, like I feel like a lot of this is relationship building. Like it's really about building the relationships with people. And I feel like there's, so much opportunity, not just for me. Like this was for me. This is not for me. I don't want to do this. Like this is not something I woke up and I chose to do because I'm like, I want to. The Lord literally was like, no, this is not an option. You need to. You're called to. This is my calling. I'm called to do this. So I'm being obedient because the last time I was disobedient, I broke my jaw. We're not doing that again, right? So I say all that to say, I know it'll all work out, right? Even if it's not the way I want it to look or how I thought it was going to work out, it's going to work out. You know why? Because that's what God says. That's the type of God that I serve. And I'm doing the work, right? I'm doing the reps. I'm not just saying, oh, God's got it. No. I'm positioning. I'm setting up the position for God to land the blessing. So you still have to do the work. Yes, faith, but faith without works is dead. So you have to set the stage. You have to give God something to work with. Like it can't just be you got it, big dog. Like, hello? No. So I'm putting in the reps, putting in the work. I'm reaching out to the people. I'm putting myself out there. I'm getting in rooms. I'm talking to people and I'm letting God do his thing. Right. But either way, I'm super excited. I'm super excited with the speakers. I'm super excited with the vendors that already signed up. And yeah, it's going to be a great event. I think it's going to be a great event. I got to sell more tickets, y'all. That's the part that gets me nervous because I'll be like, what if? But then I'm like, no. But what if it all works out? I'm not gonna. What if they don't? What if I don't sell out? What if it's only like me, 4 other attendees, and then the speakers and the vendors in the room? Hell, at least that's about 20 people, right? My goal is 80 people. My goal is 80 women. I'm gonna get 80 women in the room. I have a team. I have people helping me to do so, and I have the conviction. Let's talk about conviction real quick. I have the conviction. I am so passionate about this. I mean this. I'm doing this because it's so needed. It's so necessary. Why is it necessary? Because women in business right now, especially, so many women are either being fired from their corporate job or leaving corporate because they have no other choice. They have no other option. And you need to know these business fundamentals, these business foundations. Yes, this information is everywhere, but how you build it matters. Who you become is what this thing is gonna be. You rise to the, you don't fall to the, you don't rise to the, I don't know. I don't remember the phrase. I need to get better at remember phrases too. But it's something about rising to the occasion and falling to the systems. If you don't build on a firm foundation, the cracks will show. If you don't build on a firm foundation, it's going to crumble. It's not going to stand firm. And it's got to stand firm against life, against, financial hardship, against when people get sick, against death, right? People die. How do you emotionally and physically still show up to work? Because life doesn't stop. That's what we're really going to be honing down and talking about. That's why this event matters. That's why it's so important. I really, really, really want the ladies to work on who they're becoming. And that's why we have a licensed therapist. And that's why we have somebody talking about agency and who you're becoming. Embracing that. Guys, I'm in it right now. I'm not speaking this just to like speak it to you guys. I'm not trying to sell you a dream. I'm telling you what it is, right? So yeah, you become, and then we talk strategy, right? We go from you and then business strategy. I'm so looking forward to the workshop that we're gonna have, and hopefully whenever my freaking partnership goes through, right? Whenever we sign on and confirm that, I will let you guys know who that is and what they're going to be talking about. Like, oh my gosh, I'm just praying that happens sooner than later. I'm trying to be patient, Lord. I saw this post about how Rush is a spirit, and I was like, and I thought about it. Rush is a spirit. It's clearly not the spirit of the Lord, because patience is one of the virtues, right? It's one of the fruit. And I was like, dang, we got to stop rushing. Like if you're a real woman of faith, you got to stop rushing the process, boo. Like you got to believe, you got to know that what you're working on is going to work. That's the part of faith, right? And then you keep showing up, but you keep doing the repetitive, boring tasks. You keep showing up like this. I'm not playing with y'all for real. I'm not even going to wait for a specific date to be like, oh, on the 1st. No, I got to start today. And I got to start. And what helps is these kids are in school. I ain't going to hold y'all. The kids be distracting me. And then I get exhausted and I'm tired. And then I don't want to do. And that's another reason why I'm like, no, I can do this. I know I can. And I'm going to, even on the weekends, even when the kids are here, I got to show up. Dang, I did 26 minutes. Yes. All right. I think I'm going to wrap this. I will be back again tomorrow. I have to wash my hair. Oh, wait, I'm not done. I have to wash my hair, y'all. So I'm still doing it's not physical therapy now. I'm going to a chiropractor now concerning my injury, my jaw break. So I've been literally working with somebody like every day since this whole jaw break thing, since November. And it's now August. That's how bad like this is. Anyway, I still have the clicking. Let me show you. Is it? Goes out and in. That's still a thing. And that's not the jaw that broke. This side was. But because it's still so like this, it hasn't like loosened up. My surgeon said it may never. Whoop-de-doo. Great. Thanks. The fuck? Like, it may never go back. So this may be how my jaw is for life. I don't know how I feel about that yet. I haven't had time to sit and process, but I'm going to keep on going. So I'm now seeing a chiropractor. Before I was doing physical therapy with the orthopedic center at ORMC. Now I am doing a chiropractor, and he had to do this testing on me where he had to put this cap on my head to see my neurological activity, pretty much my brain activity. He had to put this cap on my head, and he had to put this like lotion that has like salt in it. It's like grainy lotion, and he like put it through my scalp, and then he put it through my hair like 12 different places. And I was like, bruh. So now I gotta go wash my hair again, redo my twist out, like redo the whole thing, because my hair, like on my scalp, then you can kind of see, like right here. I don't know if y'all can see that. Anyway, it's like gunk. It's like gunk together, and that's no bueno. Not my natural hair, baby. Like what? Luckily, my hair wasn't braided in a style, because I would have been pissed. Like, sir. Absolutely not. He didn't warn me that we were going to do that anyway. All right. So I got to go wash my hair. That's what I'm about to do. Now I'm going to go to my mama's shop. She's going to wash my hair, blow it out. I'm going to redo my twist out. So tomorrow I'm going to be in twist out, in my twist. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. Cause honestly, this twist out did what it needed to do, honey. I've mastered the twist out. I got the right products. All right, y'all. I'm going to log out. We're right at 30 minutes. Actually, wait, let me stay a few more seconds. So we can officially say we did 30 minutes of a video. But yeah, follow me on Instagram and TikTok and here, obviously, and Facebook. I'm going to put the link for the, all the things like my website, What else? The event link, the vendor link, whatever else. I don't know. What do you guys want to, what y'all want me to talk about next? I think that would be good. I can talk to many different topics, honestly. But yeah, I'll sign back in tomorrow and I'll talk to you guys then. Bye.